Maria, a beautiful African woman, falls in love with Uche, a charming and handsome man with many admirable qualities. Their whirlwind romance leads to a joyful wedding, and everything seems perfect on the surface. Uche is not only emotionally available, but also physically well endowed, which initially excites Maria. As the honeymoon phase wears off, Maria begins to struggle with the physical aspect of their relationship. What once was a source of pride now becomes a discomfort. She grows more frustrated with each size, finding intimacy increasingly overwhelming and painful. She silently wonders if she made the right choice marrying him. Despite her growing discomfort, Maria remains silent, ashamed to talk about her issues with Uche. She begins to distance herself emotionally and physically, causing tension between them. Uche senses the growing distance but is unaware of the real cause. Maria starts to question whether their love is enough to endure this hidden struggle. Maria's frustration reaches a deepening point as she becomes more irritable and withdrawn. Uche tries to address the tension, but every attempt at intimacy only deepens her resentment. Conversation between them becomes cold and distant. Maria starts confiding in a close friend about her unhappiness, avoiding the truth about her dissatisfaction with Uche's side. Unable to bear the situation any longer, Maria shocks Uche by filing for divorce. She claims incompatibility and unhappiness, but never fully revealed the true cause of her distress. Uche is heartbroken and blindsided, unable to comprehend what went wrong. Maria feels a mix of guilt and relief, convinced that freedom will allow her to find a man who is more suitable to her needs. Now single, Maria enjoys the freedom of dating again. She meets different men, some handsome, some charming, but none seem to satisfy her emotionally or physically. She realizes that finding the perfect man is more complicated than they imagine. Some relationships end in disappointment, while others barely last beyond a few dates. As Maria continues her quest for the right partner, she begins to reflect on her marriage with Uche. She misses his kindness, his support, and the way he made her feel special. Despite their intimate issues, Uche was loyal and caring. The men she met now don't offer the same level of emotional depth. The grass, she realizes, isn't greener on the other side. Maria's regret deepen as months pass, and still cannot find a man who compares to Uche. Her friend starts settling down as she watches from the sidelines, single and increasingly lonely. Maria starts to recognize that the physical challenge she faced in her marriage might have been something she could have worked through if she had been more honest and open with Uche. In a moment of vulnerability, Maria reaches out to Uche. She apologizes for the way things ended, and they have an honest conversation for the first time about the real reason behind the divorce. Uche, though hurt, listens with compassion. He shares how blindsided he felt by the divorce, but he appreciates her honesty. Maria opts for conciliation, but Uche isn't sure if he can trust her again. Maria reflects on her decision and the lessons she has learned. She begins to accept that her failure to communicate caused unnecessary pain for both of them. Though Uche does not immediately take her back, they agree to rebuild their friendship. Maria understands that true love requires more than physical compatibility. It depends patience, communication, and emotional intimacy. The future is uncertain, but Maria is ready to face it with more wisdom and humility.